So, good morning, everyone. My name is Marta, and today I will be presenting our research about climatic stability and isolation of the Ethiopian Highlands, a cold temperate island in East Africa during the Plio-Pleistocene. Let's begin with some theoretical background, just to take into account that temperature and precipitation are fundamental drivers of ecosystems, influencing both plants and animal communities. Climatic fluctuations, such the ones in the Pleistocene that were characterized by an alternation of glacial and interglacial periods, affected resource availability, driving hominins, as part of these mammal communities, to migrate and develop new survival strategies. So as climate varies over time, it continuously alters the species distributions, driving community turnover and population fragmentation. Hominins were also dependent on past climatic dynamics. Among mammals, hominins are a group of special interest because we are part of this group, and also because their evolution was profoundly influenced by past climatic dynamics. So understanding how climate shaped their adaptation and distribution not only allows us to reconstruct their ecological history, but it also provides key information on processes that led to the origin and dispersal of our own species. So our study focuses on East Africa. That is a crucial region for understanding human evolution. This area is not has not only the one of the most critical sites for understanding hilly hominin life, such as the Kobe formation in Kenya and the Old Dubai Gorge in Tanzania. It also has a great ecological diversity and a high degree of endemism. So the coexistence of different vegetation types and landscapes in the region will have offered some unique opportunities and challenges for Homo erectus and other hominin species, supporting their evolution and adaptation to different environmental conditions. To understand how past climates influence hominin habitats, we used some paleoclimate data from the Paleo-PGM emulator, which offers a high-resolution climate data over the past 5 million years. And we then classified climate data using the Copenhagen classification system into 5 main climatic zones: tropical, arid, temperate, cold, and polar. And focusing on East Africa, the outputs had 3 climatic zones dominating the region that were tropical, temperate, and desert. And finally, we mapped their distribution over time using the R program. Moving on to the results, first let's look at these maps. So we are starting from the idea that Homo erectus lived in temperate zones that are represented in green color. And we have plotted on the left map the maximum warm event at around 2.399 million years ago, where there was a minimum number of temperate pixels. And on the right map, we have the coldest event around 1.842 million years ago, where temperate zones expanded and were geographically isolated from other temperate areas. So in both cases, we can observe that Melka Kunturi, that is shown, with the orange star, is climatically isolated from its surroundings. In order to observe the climatic stability of pixel in this zone, we represent the number of changes in the climatic zone that each pixel presents. So yellow represents practically 0 changes, and the darkest zones represent the ones that had more changes, so less stability. We can also see how Melka contours show fewer changes over time, indicating long-term climatic stability, while the other parts of the region, particularly the tropical zones, were more dynamic, so are represented in darker colors, experiencing some frequent shifts. Okay, let's now look at the temporal dynamics of these climatic zones. Firstly, we can see the relationship between the 3 different climatic zones in the region. we can highlight the strong negative correlation of the temperate zone with the desert and also tropical zones. So when one expanded, the other one contracted. And on the other hand, we have the representation of the overall change for each climatic zones over time. And we can see that while tropical and temperate zones had significant fluctuations, the desert zone remained more stable. And we can also see that the general tendency of the temperate climates is to increase area over time. So in conclusion, we can say that our results suggest three main ideas: that the Ethiopian highlands were a stable climatic island for at least 2 million years during the Pleistocene. Also that there's an inverse relationship between temperate and tropical zones over time, while desert regions remained stable. And finally, that climatic dynamics may have played a key role in shaping the emergence, distribution, and expansion and adaptations of the Ethiopian populations of Homo erectus. So thank you very much for your attention, and also to my colleagues for their contributions. And here's my email if there's anything I can help you. Thank you.